What is up, everybody? To Reverse TV. Today, we're going to talk about a post I found extremely interesting on Twitter. So, this guy says, after having a Series X and Game Pass Ultimate for a week, I can safely say it is no way the best deal in gaming. If you don't want the best deal in gaming, if you do want the best deal in gaming, wait for PS Plus to merge with PS Now. Right now, Game Pass is a fluke, and Phil Spencer is a snake oil salesman. So this guy is big mad. I don't know. Okay, so he says Game Pass isn't the greatest deal in gaming. Okay, so I agree with that opinion. You can have that opinion, but he doesn't really give you like what the greatest deal in gaming is. If Game Pass is not the greatest deal in gaming, he says for a future possibility that is not confirmed to happen. PS Plus merging with PS Now. Sony has confirmed that they haven't said anything about that even happening. So I don't understand why he says that's the best deal in gaming when that's not even a possibility of that even happening. So by default, because he says Game Pass is still the best deal in gaming because the other alternative hasn't even happened yet. So he says right now Game Pass is a fluke. How is Game Pass a fluke? Like Game Pass gets a lot of people triggered. It gets a lot of people like really triggered for no reason. It's just a rental service. It's like I wonder where these people are this outraged about Blockbuster, Redbox, Netflix, Hulu, Spotify, whatever rental service you have. They are never that triggered about those other rental services, but they are super triggered about Game Pass. It is insane. He says that Phil Spencer, the head of the Microsoft Xbox division, is a snake oil salesman. Like, what did he lie about? What is he a snake oil salesman about? Game Pass? Like, I don't get it. Like, how is he a snake oil salesman? And he tagged a lot of people. Then he says, initially I was happy to be playing old Gears games, but that novelty quickly wore off. It's good as a secondary console, but Game Pass isn't a star-spangled service that people say it is. Okay, so he played like a possible of like 5 games, like the Gears of War games, 5 or 6, maybe it's 5, like 7 games, but there's like over 300 games on Game Pass that you could play. There's no way you played all those games. There's no way. I don't know. Unless you just have a lot of free time. I don't know how you can play all those games like that. Or as a game that you can't tell me that's a game that you're not interested in on Game Pass. So these are the people who asked me to tag them. My review Series X. We'll jump to judgment rather quickly, are we? Oh yeah, okay. He's talking about why he tagged so many people. Okay. Let's see. Haha, okay, the last 4 years of his performance and popularity would suggest that you just don't like it, and that's okay, but come correct about it, fluke is no way accurate. Yeah, like, I don't have a problem with people saying they don't like Game Pass, but a lot of the reasons they give why they don't like Game Pass is really ridiculous, like saying it's a fluke and that Phil Spencer's a snake oil salesman. That's when that starts getting ridiculous at that point. When you have people hyping a system with next to no good exclusives, then them hyping Game Pass can be taken as a genuine take. Kudos to Phil, who has scammed the said fan base with promises. No good exclusives. I think isn't Forza Horizon? That's like one of the best racing games I've ever played. You got the Gears of War franchise. That's a great exclusive franchise. The Halo franchise. Halo Infinite's coming up this year. I think a new Forza coming this year too. So. And it's like a smaller double A and indie games coming out that's Xbox is exclusive. So, I just don't get it. Xbox has plenty of great exclusives. It's just that it's a slow start for like the major AAA ones that's coming out. But Microsoft has like 23 studios, I believe. So the games are coming. Just not going to be instantaneous for this year, but they're coming. So if you got the Xbox, I suggest he just keeps it until they come. But saying that Game Pass is a fluke, it's just a weird take right there. Did you really have to buy this trash to know it's trash? Come on, dude, you are better than this. It is good to get your own opinions on things. You're capping. Remember, Xbox will plant old games at 120 frames per second. Renting the games is better than owning, to their theory. Like I said, these probably the same people have no problem with renting games from Netflix. And because you have Game Pass, that doesn't prevent you from actually buying games if you want to do that. Like, I don't understand why people think that, hey, because I own Game Pass, I can no longer buy games anymore. I don't know where they get that logic from. Like, you can still buy games if you have Game Pass subscription service. It's only $10 a month. They are literally complaining about a service that is $10 or $15 a month. Like, what is that? That's like that's nothing. $10 or $15 a month, and they complain. This service has that at $10 or $15 has these people triggered that much. You just capped all over the thought of Xbox gaining ground over PlayStation earlier. Which is it? Good because it's good for everyone, or good because it's good for bots? Write a post bashing Xbox routine to add a bunch of known ponies. If you want it to seem legit, PM them to retweet. Be a fanboy, always find a way to prove it. Don't mention anything about review from a PlayStation fan perspective. Okay. Could have just said the best deal in gaming is on the console you don't play, so you don't like it. I am playing on Series X right now. Unfortunately, Game Pass isn't the best deal in gaming. If you believe that Phil Spencer with Xbox marketing tells you that you really need to develop your own taste, but he doesn't really say like what's the best deal in gaming. Then he still hasn't really clarified. He says the best deal in gaming is a service that hasn't even happened yet. A merger of two services does not happen, or not even like be even rumored to happen. So I don't get it. I totally agree. Nostalgia and backwards compatibility aside, Game Pass is nothing much. Is nothing much. Game Pass lets you play a bunch of games for cheap. Yet people still buy PlayStation. It's a testament to how great first-party exclusives on PlayStation sells consoles and not gimmick subscriptions. PS Now plus PS plus backwards compatibility combo gets my money. Okay, so PS Now and PS Plus isn't a gimmicky subscription service, but Xbox Game Pass is? Like, what? That's the interesting logic with this guy right with that comment right there. PS5 is also the better console, even if you take exclusives out of the picture. That's debatable. Let's see. Your review and experience together with the fact that I can't find any games, maybe High Busters, to play on a Series X I will receive next week. I decided to cancel my order for the Series X. I will wait to get a gaming PC instead. My PS5 has so many games. And look, he has a troll avatar of the Phil Spencer. Like, come on. Can you really take some of these guys seriously? He has a troll picture of Phil Spencer, like, as an old man. Like, come on, knock it off. Like, these Sony guys are kind of weird, kind of getting weird at this point. Not counting multi-plats, it doesn't have 7, 8, what does it say? Have scores mid-60s. No one is stopping you. Your wish. You should be getting a proper job where you can afford games and not. Yo, why is this? Why are they so triggered? Like when a comment like this, why are they so triggered over a rental service? Like people are still buying games. Like we had Resident Evil, Mass Effect, Biomutant just came out. People are buying those games on Xbox. They're not on Game Pass. I don't understand why they think you can't buy games if you use Game Pass. I don't understand this logic. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Finally, someone who sees the blatant obvious. I mean, yeah, I love playing Sea of Thieves and a few other titles, but really all the other games might as well be filler content. Really? Those 300 games might be filler content. Like, okay, buddy. I wonder if Game Pass was on PlayStation, would they have that same, would they be having the same narrative why they hate Game Pass so much if it was on PlayStation? If PS Now was the equivalent of Game Pass in every way possible, would they be this angry about Game Pass? I don't think so. I too have an Xbox Series X after being a lifelong PlayStation guy, and I actually enjoy the Xbox. Its frame pass released Outriders Day 1, which to me was a fun experience. Wouldn't put the Xbox over the PS5, but it definitely has its uses. The size of the cat, bro, then tagging every pony you can. Come on, man, try harder. Unless PS Plus expands and offers PS users the PS Plus collection, then Game Pass Ultimate is still the best value because you don't know what you're going to get from PS Plus month on month, and PS Now has a limited library of downloadable games. So somehow not good, but at the same time a fluke, which makes it sound good. LOL Phil. They are never going to merge PS Now with PS Plus. It just won't happen unless you want a price increase on PS Plus. Let's see. It's all they have. It's like giving a starving man molded bread. He says it's the best meal he's ever had. These comments get so ridiculous. These guys focus on AAA first-party exclusives way too much. We're playing 90% of the same library on Xbox and PlayStation. That's the crazy thing. We're playing most of the same games on different platforms, on these two different platforms. But they act like you are just like starving for games. Like you just have nothing to play. Like I said, Resident Evil came out 2 weeks ago, Mass Effect last week, and Biomutant this week. There's plenty of games to play. Like, it's just ridiculous. Stop the cap. Cap indeed. Wait, is this a post from this guy? He said, I won't lie, I am playing my Xbox more these days, but that's because I just got it recently and Gears of War 1 especially me. Sorry, but the best deal in gaming is GameFly, period. Another service where you're renting the games. Okay, but that's not a gimmick. That's not a gimmick though. Okay. Right now, Plus and Now are not merged and nothing is announced, so we don't even know if it's even true. So Game Pass right now is the best deal in gaming for a lot of people. If you don't like it, it's okay, but a lot of people think the exact opposite. That's a horrible take. Where do you get your crack? What was the expectations you decided to set yourself when you decide? Wait, what was the expectations you set yourself when you decided to sub to Game Pass? Despite all the hyping up from Xbox fans, I still don't have high expectations for it, so it may not be as disappointing. I went in thinking that's a killer feature and I'll be able to play some top tier games, but turns out of the 200 games, 50 to 54 are 360 games, and the rest are either of no interest for me, or I already have them on PS Plus in the last 5 to 6 years, has given us a lot of titles. My friend, I've had Game Pass since it launched. I never in the history of my personal gaming ever played less Xbox than I do now. The novelty wears off quickly. So these guys must play PlayStation exclusives like 24/7. So once they get from one PlayStation exclusive, they jump to the next one. Like they legit talk like that. Like they legit talk like they only play PlayStation exclusives. Like it's just really weird at this point. So I'm gonna conclude it right here. This guy says he doesn't think Game Pass is the best deal in gaming, which I can agree, but he doesn't really give an alternative, which is the crazy thing about this post right here. What's the alternative to being the best deal in gaming right now? But yeah, definitely see your thoughts down below about this post. Do you think this guy is crazy or do you agree with this post? Let me know down below. Leave a like if you like this video. As always, thanks for watching and peace.